In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the most played MMOs in the year 2023. Don't click off the video yet. This is not like those videos where they just list the games and tell their play count. We're going to look at some of the most played MMOs, but with my thoughts on these games. Yeah, now you can click up. So for those of you who stayed, let's talk about the most played MMOs in this year. Firstly, we have FF14. This game was already popular, but last year or so, when Asmongold made the game mainstream on Western audiences, the game had a bunch of new players. FF14, released on 2010, they had to reset everything as a realm reborn. And since that day, FF14 might be one of the best MMORPGs to play. The game offers great boss fights and a good gameplay mechanics, and it has a big player base where you can find people to do anything with. And the game has a free trial where you can play till level 60. These are the good sides of the game. Now I can't call these bad sides, but the things I'm going to talk about made me stay away from FF14. Firstly, the game's story matters. FF14 wants you to sit and play through the story. You can't just skip the quest dialogue and go gather 15 of X items and get your XP. If you like story-driven games, this might be a plus for you. But for me, I really don't care about story in MMOs. I want a lore that I can go check if I'm bored or curious, but while playing the game, I just can't care about what my quest giver is talking about. And I feel like this is the case for most people. They just want to spam enter, get the quest, speedrun to the endgame, and start showing off that sweet endgame gear to the newcomers. So overall, if you like story-driven games and MMORPGs, this might be your best shot. World of Warcraft. This game is the MMORPG. It's been out since 2004, and probably even my mom knows about WoW at this point. WoW is a subscription-based game, which means you have to pay around $10 every month. And when a new expansion comes out, you have to buy that too, and the game has no free trials. You can play till level 20 if you count that as a free trial though. In the year 2023, WoW consists of two parts, WoW Classic and WoW Retail. With the WoW Classic, game's player base got a boost, and with community-made challenges like WoW Classic Hardcore, the Classic WoW got popular again. I don't have anything much to say about WoW. It's a good game, nice dungeons, good leveling, bunch of PvP and PvE content. But the game had some controversies over the years, with bad expansions, but Dragonflight seems to be on the right track for now. If you're thinking about starting the WoW, I would suggest playing Classic, because that's what I like and had the most fun. Even leveling was a fun experience in Classic WoW. And as I said, with WoW Hardcore, Classic WoW got popular again, so it might be the best time to start playing Classic again, or for the first time. But if you're coming new to MMOs or gaming, WoW might not be for you with its tap target system. These days people seem to favor more action combat systems, but I still like the tap target system. The Elder Scrolls Online. This game is on both PC and console. As the name suggests, the game takes place in the Elder Scrolls universe. If you like Skyrim or Oblivion, even that might be a reason to start playing. So last time I played ESO was last year, and I was leveling a mage character. So far the game was good, early leveling and its story was nice and was worth playing. Cities was alive, and I've never felt like I was playing a single player game, which happens with most story focused MMOs. The only bad thing I heard about this game was its PvP combat system. It seems like ESO kinda favors PvE players more than PvP players, which was the case when I was playing. As it's been 1 year since I played the game, I don't know the current PvP situation, but that was all the bad things I heard about. Other than that, the game has no bad sides. It's a nice, story-driven MMORPG. New World. What a controversial game. I remember the release times. So this game was supposed to be the WoW killer, made by Amazon. Finally, a company that had the monetary power to fight WoW and start a new age on MMOs. When the game came out, everyone stopped playing it in 6 months because the design was bad and the game had no content in it. After maxing out your skills and leveling to the end game, you had nothing to do in game other than PvP. And people seem to get bored of that after a while. So if you never played New World, Best way to describe it is like 3D RuneScape. It has life skills where you go fishing or cutting wood style, and it doesn't have a class system, so you level your weapons. If you want to be a mage, you get a wand and start leveling that. And the game is PvP focused. You have factions in the game, and those factions fight for the map control. Overall, it was a nice idea, but a bad execution. So far, I talked badly about the game, but it seems like they saw their mistakes and started to make game more polished and started to improve the game with bunch of new expansions. Even their Steam reviews went from mixed. New World even got in my radar. Someday I will revisit the game and we'll see if it's worth playing or if it's the same old New World. Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is a nice, chill, laid-back game, which is because of its progression being horizontal. The game doesn't push you to farm the new daily content or farm the new dungeon for the billionth time, which makes it a laid-back and chill game for me. So you can just stop playing for a while and come back to the game without ever losing any progress. The game has 5 expansions, a great mount system, nice art style, and a great, helpful community. I really like Guild Wars 2 and I recommend it to anyone. If you want to break from the toxicity or grindy MMOs, Guild Wars 2 is a fresh air. Old school RuneScape. Definitely not for everyone. The game is isometric and you play with your mouse. It's a point and click movement system. You don't have much things to do with your keyboard. OSRS being here for all these years really proved itself. It's a nice MMO, you can play it in every style you want. Personally, I like to chill while playing OSRS, so I mostly do life skills, listen to the great soundtrack of the game, interact with other players, but if you want to be a sweaty tryhard PvP guy, you can do that. Or if you want to start going to hero mode from scratch, you can do it with Iron Man mode. But as I said, it's not for everyone. It might be the graphics or the movement system you don't like, and the game being a sandbox MMORPG where it doesn't hold your hand that much, that might be difficult to get started. The game definitely has a learning curve, but that curve can really be achieved because of the game's active community in YouTube or Reddit, or in the game itself. If you want to try OSRS, I suggest you start on a free server, start leveling your free skills there, try out the game, and if you like it, you can get a membership and get the full experience. Nextly, we have RuneScape 3. So RuneScape 3 is the non-popular version of the RuneScape. This game is intended to be the modern and casual friendly version of RuneScape, but the player base said that they prefer the old version. I can't talk that much about RS3 because the only experience I have of this game is the tutorial island. But if you want to play OSRS but want nicer graphics, this might seem like the option for you, but I suggest going for the OSRS with HD graphics add-on. Don't get me wrong, RS3 is still a good game. And lastly, we have BDO. Black Desert Online is a game with a bunch of classes and playstyles. It's mainly a PvP focused game with big fights and a great combat system. This game might be the reason why so many people like action combat style. It's on a bunch of platforms and even has a mobile version. BDO was my main MMO for a while, but I stopped playing it. Even though I sometimes want to come back to this game, I resist that urge, because it's a Korean MMORPG, and with most Asian MMORPGs being a grind fest, this one is no different. It has a great combat system, but most of your time will be spent grinding money for your gear, with life skills, or sitting on a spot killing the same mobs for hours. BDO is a nice game, it has a great combat system and good graphics, but as I said, after a while the game turns to a chore where you need to get on the game and grind stuff to get that gear you need so you can start PvPing. BDO is like the opposite of Guild Wars 2 in terms of having to grind. But you may never know, this might be your favorite game, so I still think BDO needs a shot so you can see if you like to grind or hate the grind like me. So thank you guys for watching. That was all for this video. I really hope that I didn't trigger too many people with my thoughts on their favorite game. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and see you next time.